Good morning, friends. So, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I know, Melanie. Um, I have been having some health challenges, and instead of even I telling Melanie or telling anyone, my husband, I kept praying about them, and one was heart related, so that was probably not a good thing at all. Um, anyway, just some things going on and thinking I'm fine, praying about it, claiming healing. God, you're the healer, heal me. I don't have time for this. I don't have time to go to the doctor. I don't have time to which of course we know is not true. It's making the time, but thinking that I'll go in and I'll have to do all these tests and like just running away with thoughts in my head. And I didn't even consciously think about it. Like I didn't intentionally not tell people. I just wasn't even being honest with myself about it. I was thinking I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm going to think those positive thoughts and I'm fine. And you're my healer and all's good. And then things were not going away. So I did have a checkup and I hadn't even told Scott. So, um, and then I did tell a couple people because I wanted prayer too, that obviously they're not going away, but I had a doctor appointment and they did an EKG right in the doctor's office. So my head was saying it's going to be more tests, going to be days. It's going to be, nope, wasn't. There's no blockage. She did refer me to a cardiologist to just make sure, because Melanie and I do have heart disease in our family with our dad and actually with our grandma, our Nana.
Mhm.
So, but my knee started hurting, although that was recent. And she thinks that might even be from a boot that I wear that's like a knee-high boot. And it's kind of just irritating that area because it's more muscle. But I had like burning in my chest area, and that immediately she was worried about. So we did the EKG, but it's muscular. I hold a lot of tension in my neck, and it's just probably showing up in different areas now. So it's muscular, but I will see a cardiologist. I had a mole removed to my back, which looked suspicious, but I'm praying that's benign. But just like a whole bunch of health things that I just kept putting off because I kept thinking I don't have time because I'm gonna go in and then they're gonna want me to do all these tests and I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. And we obviously have time to take care of our health. So, and the other thing I just felt like when I really reflected, friends, what a fraud. I mean, here, like I'm saying to all of you, don't journey alone. Reach out to us, reach out to a friend. Da, 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 da. And I was really doing just everything on my own. Not intentionally, but just
But I think
if
what's
I think
happened,
positively enough, it'll go away. It just
yeah, yeah, I think a lot of times, and I know for me, a lot of times when I don't share, it's because I don't want to have those thoughts myself that something could actually be wrong in the
yes.
background. So, I mean, um, last fall, I had to go back for a mammogram that looked funny and they wanted to do more. And I literally didn't tell anybody. I think I had to go back like just a day later. So it was the day of my Bible study, and I just at the I sent a message to our woman who facilitates, and I just said, I'm going to have to leave early. I know you do a prayer at the end of it when you just have them all lift me up in prayer at that point. And that's all I did. I didn't tell anybody. And then of course, my friend who's in there, she started texting me while I was in the doctor's office. And so we were texting back and forth, and she kind of helped keep it at bay because I really didn't tell anybody. And Steve, I honestly never told Steve. Just because he gets so worried about stuff. And I figured if I had something to tell, I would tell him. But I didn't want to worry him unnecessarily, so I didn't tell him. And that's not really a good thing either. But I just, we all do it. I guess that was the point. It's not that it's intentionally that you're leaving people out, but, we do it.
I know. And I think you made a good point that I think sometimes as soon as we think when we verbalize it, we're going to call that thing into being. And that it's not true. I mean, we can Yeah, it's just not true. In fact, I felt when I told a couple of people that I just felt so relieved because I verbalized what I'm thinking, feeling, a doctor appointment, things that are going on. And even with the doctor today, just talking to her and with the skin doctor, dermatologist the other
Dermatologist,
day. I had never been to a dermatologist. So I thought, you know what? We forget that we have people in our journeys who can help us. So now I feel like, okay, I have somebody to go to if I find another skin thing. And my doctor's so good. And I just love her. And she was very patient and answered a bunch of stuff to make me feel weird about anything. And
Mhm.
um, I don't know. And like the dermatologist said, if it's something, we'll take care of it. So
Right.
instead of like all that worry and we run away with our own thoughts and we don't verbalize them, they become bigger thoughts, even when we're trying not to.
Yeah.
And as soon as we verbalize those things, we go, okay, I felt at such peace today, even going to the doctor. I thought, okay, people are praying for me. I feel at peace. It's not today, by the way, we're recording this later, but anyway, it's last week. So but yeah, I think we forget how powerful that is to just just talk it out with someone. And that's what we're here for. I didn't even tell Melanie. So but anyway, we know Melanie and I both understand that happens and we
Yeah.
don't mean to. And Melanie's not a worrier per se, so that's not even why. So I just, like I said, I think I just thought I just would take care of it. And we know that God's our healer, but he also puts people in our paths with gifts and skills to help us on our journeys.
Right.
And
I
but
would
we
think that too. Like, I feel like, yes, he's our healer, but he's also created people who are really wise and medical, breakthroughs and things, and doctors, and, he gave them those skills so that they can help us heal.
exactly.
So yeah, ultimately, yes, he's absolutely our healer, but we have other options in addition.
We do. And sometimes he says no. Sometimes he does heal us instantly, and other times he says, no, I have another path for you. And we're talking about Lisa Turkhurst a little bit ago, but she in one of her books, she says we want like the quick fix. We want like heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. And we don't want the pain. We don't want the inconvenience or whatever it is. And we just want God to like, stay on our timeline and our journey and do what I ask you, please, so that I'm not inconvenienced when there's a greater purpose for what happens. And it's all good. But the point is to not journey alone. Yeah. We're here for you. And I'm going to be better about reaching out too. So there you go.
All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.